The files you're about to hear were never meant to be found. In 1973, as government auditors closed in, CIA Director Richard Helms gave the order. Boxes of classified documents were carried into a furnace beneath Langley headquarters and fed to the flames. They believed the truth would disappear forever. Names of victims, hospitals, chemicals turned to ash. But they were wrong, because one box survived. This is the story of MK Ultra, the CIA's secret mind control program, and the files they couldn't erase. The year was 1975. A Senate committee, later called the Church Committee, began exposing abuses inside American intelligence. Deep in a stack of budget sheets, auditors found a strange line item: MK Ultra. The CIA insisted the program was a myth. Too sensitive, too dangerous. All files destroyed. But in 1977, a FOIA request uncovered something unexpected. A forgotten box of financial documents, misfiled, unnoticed, untouched by the purge. Not reports, not testimonies, receipts. Those receipts revealed a shadow network. Front companies, 80 institutions, 44 colleges, and 149 sub-projects. From Boston to San Francisco, from prisons to Ivy League universities, the CIA had turned America into a laboratory. At the center sat Dr. Sidney Gottlieb. To the public, he was a quiet chemist who drank goat's milk and lived in a cabin. Inside the CIA, they called him the Black Sorcerer. He believed he could redesign the human mind. His mission was born of Cold War paranoia. The CIA believed the Soviets and Chinese had perfected brainwashing. Gottlieb didn't just want to defend against mind control. He wanted to master it. He traveled the world carrying what colleagues called his black bag: toxins, hallucinogens, and biological samples. But MK Ultra was his true obsession. His philosophy was simple and merciless. To rebuild a mind, you must first wipe it clean. And to wipe it clean, you have to break it. MK Ultra wasn't a single experiment. It was hundreds. The most infamous method involved LSD. At times, the CIA purchased entire available batches from Sandoz Pharmaceuticals and later funded domestic production to ensure a steady supply. They dosed prisoners, psychiatric patients, and even their own agents, often without consent. They believed a chemical key could unlock the human mind. The goal wasn't recreation. It was weaponization. Could LSD destabilize an enemy leader during a speech? Force a captured spy to reveal secrets? But chemicals were only the beginning. They tested sensory deprivation, sleep disruption, hypnosis, electroshock. In San Francisco, they launched Operation Midnight Climax, safe houses staged like apartments. Sex workers paid by the CIA brought unwitting men inside, where they were secretly dosed with LSD. Behind two-way mirrors, agents observed, in a setting that resembled a cocktail lounge more than a government lab. It sounds like fiction. But receipts confirmed CIA payments for the apartments, the liquor, and the surveillance equipment. Still, Midnight Climax was tame compared to what was happening in Canada. Subproject 68 leads us to Montreal, the Allen Memorial Institute. Here, Dr. Ewan Cameron, funded indirectly through MKUltra, pursued his most disturbing theory. He called it psychic driving. Cameron believed he could cure mental illness by erasing personality, then rebuilding it from scratch. Patients were placed into drug-induced comas for weeks. While they slept, taped messages repeated thousands of times, day and night. Some messages were hostile. You are a bad mother. You are weak. Others were positive. You are confident. You are capable. When patients woke, many suffered profound memory loss, unable to recognize family members or recall basic personal details. The CIA didn't discover how to program a mind, only how to shatter one. Eventually, the CIA cut Cameron's funding. Not because the ethics were horrifying, but because the techniques failed. The damage to victims was permanent. And sometimes, the victims weren't patients. They were the CIA's own men. November 1953. Deep Creek Lake, Maryland. A retreat for CIA scientists and Army researchers. During dinner, Sidney Gottlieb conducted an experiment on his own colleagues. He secretly spiked their Cointreau with LSD. One of the men was Frank Olson, a bacteriologist for the Army. He spiraled into paranoia. Told his wife he'd made a terrible mistake, that he wanted to leave his job. The CIA couldn't risk a scientist with top-secret knowledge unraveling in public. They brought him to New York for psychiatric treatment. November 28th. Hotel Statler, room 1018. At 2:30 a.m., Olson went through the closed window, falling 13 stories to the sidewalk below. The CIA called it suicide, but a second autopsy decades later revealed unexplained injuries, including a blow to the head, inconsistent with the official story. Did he jump? Or was he silenced? The truth about Frank Olson and thousands of other subjects might have stayed buried forever, if not for that one surviving box. In the end, MKUltra didn't create mind-controlled agents. It created a legacy of mistrust. MKUltra proved that when institutions operate in darkness, the line between science and torture dissolves. It reshaped global ethics and forced new standards of informed consent. But the most chilling part isn't what survived, it's what didn't. Those 20,000 pages were only the financial records. The operational files, the experiments, the settings, the names, went into the fire in 1973. We know the cost of the program, but we may never know the full price.